Do you get your first iPhone and you get addicted to it? Well, I assume the answer is yes. But when it comes to the question is, do you think that kids should use social media freely? That's a big topic, right? Some say the social media should be banned under 16 years old, but some say it should be freely for the kids to use. But for me, as I understand, because it's already 2024, we have already been 3 years of pandemic and everybody use smartphone or social media frequently every day. Basically, everybody use social media or smartphone 24 hours instead of sleeping or eating. Oh no. Actually, while eating, we use smartphone as well. Comes to today's topic. Scientist Secretary said everything on the table in debate over restricted children's social media use. The Science Secretary has said he will keep everything on the table when it comes to restricting social media for children under age 16 if tech companies do not act. But I would say actually it's pretty difficult because everybody used to the social media and the smartphone already. When it comes to studying, we use Zoom. Or when it comes to working, we use Zoom for a meeting for already 3 to 4 years already. So we're actually used to the social media and used to the social platform. You know, when I was very young in the school, actually smartphone is banned in the school. If you take out your smartphone, you will be getting a punishment on it because it's considered a toy you take into the school. And last year, the Online Safety Act was passed in the UK, the landmark law intended to protect children and vulnerable people from illegal and harmful content, including violence, explicit material, and disinformation. When it comes to explicit materials, I think of something from YouTube. ElsaGate, you remember this word or you recognize this word? Have you watched ElsaGate before or have you known ElsaGate before? Actually, it's videos created for kids, but it's contain like a lot of violence and a lot of sexual materials inside the video. So I personally don't understand what's going on. And by the way, it has a very high click rate as well. So that's the question. Who made this video? And should it ban in the YouTube as well? For me, banning social media or banning smartphone for the kids is a very big question marks here. Because when it comes to dinner or lunchtime, you see kids in front of the iPads or in front of their smartphone. We call it iPads on the table. Or the place you come from, or the place I come from, how to control kids today. Put their iPhones on the table and put their food in front of them and they will keep quiet and watch the videos like kids movie or Roblox. Wacom will start to enforce its powers on tech companies from spring next year, including fines and prison sentence for tech boss who fail to protect children. But the question is, my fellow from 18 to 34 years old, you remember the first time you get your iPhone? Wow, that's my first iPhone. Cool, I can play all day. So I would say it's just not kids, even adults get addicted to the social media. Because we have gone through this like 10 years ago even. Here comes to the topic, difficult for kids to control phone use. Yes, it's difficult for kids to control even for adults. But I would say it depends on the content they're using or they're watching. Like for example, nowadays there is a lot of brainrot content. I do think it's kind of pointless to watch it. I don't know, because for today, maybe I grew up, I find myself, I maybe want to watch something educational or I can learn something from the videos. That's what I'm interested in. But you know, for the kids, they just want something interesting. So this is a big question mark as well. And there's one sentence from Dr. Rebecca Friabi, a GP who founded how health professionals for Save the Screen, told Sky News that they are much more likely to be 3 times more likely to get anxiety and depression symptoms as a result of that problematic smartphone phone use. And there is evidence linking excessive device use with things like eating disorder symptoms and children being more likely to see cosmetic surgery. I don't know, in this generation, like we call Generation Alpha, do kids like to watch cosmetic surgery? As which way they are watching, I don't quite get it. Maybe I'm getting old, you know, because the content I watched before is quite different to nowadays. but cosmetic surgery is kind of like a question for me. The Maury Rose Foundation set up a memory of teenager Maury Russell who took her own life. But that's another thing, because actually she get a negative feedback from the social media. So that's why she took her own life in the social media. She took it so serious, which is the one that I want to talk about. When you use social media or social media platform, remember that everybody can say anything to your content. If somebody just told you, you know what, you're ugly, you just go die, go kill yourself, don't take this serious. As I said before, people speak directly come from their mouth. Remember that people doesn't really care about what you're thinking. So here I suggest all my fellows, remember to care more about the people around you, because that's what we need to do. A group called Smartphone Free Childhood, set up by parents who want to restrict smartphone for children, and now has 150k members. Wow, that's a lot. Actually, a lot of parents thinking something's wrong with the smartphone will be harmful with the children as well. A former teacher, Mr. Matt Allister, wants to raise the age of internet adulthood in which social media companies can harvest data from users from 13 to 16 to prevent algorithm targeting youngsters with harmful or addictive content. This is come back to the topic, it's the ElsaGate we talked before. Obviously it's a harmful content, but they still push it to the kids. So why? That's a very big question as well. He says companies should produce different products for under 16s and is concerned by figures showing that an average 12 years old spend 21 hours a week scrolling online. Well, actually it becomes a daily routine for us in Sunday as well. Everybody's scrolling their phones, watching shorts, watching reels all day. Even me. When it comes to bed, I try to sleep before bed. I scroll at least an hour. So that's why I think I getting addicted as well. It has been a huge source of frustration for me that when I look at the evidence out there, there are huge gaps in it. And most frustratingly, the companies who are producing those products aren't investing into research themselves. Well, for me, actually for the company, especially for the social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, they all focus on the money. It's true, right? So that's why we have big YouTubers under 16 years old as well. That's what they're targeting for. And to be honest, if I'm the company, I will also focus on the revenue rather than controlling age in the social platform. And actually, if you've seen that these kids eating while using the iPad, if you replace it into somebody else, it's almost the same. Everybody addicted. And most of you actually watching this video while you're having lunch or dinner, you are also using smartphone or iPad as well. But do you know that actually companies start to do something already? Like for example, if you're scrolling Instagram, you will see there is a timer. You can set it like for a couple of hours, you could stop scrolling iPhone. Or YouTube as well, there is a restricted content needs you to sign in order to watch the content. That's the company doing things. So I'm pretty grateful that companies start to do things restricted to the kids already. And for you, what do you think? Should we ban iPhone, smartphone, social media platform under children of 16 years old for them in order to protect themselves? Or actually we could do something else, like for example, log in to watch the harmful content, making a timer for them instead of completely ban smartphone and social media platform for them. Tell me what you think, tell me what you thought. And here is another video coming out yesterday. Russia warns US and UK not to cross their red lines. You think the World War III is coming? Is beginning? Or we hope it's never gonna happen? Watch this video.